Jesus Madej, their #1 prospect, leading things off with Luis Pena, the #2 prospect, batting second. Getting set to face Jamie Arnold. Jim, last year's 11th pick out of Florida State.
Yeah, the A's did not think he was going to be available at number 11 overall, so they were delighted. He was one of the best pitchers in college.
And there's Madej scooping one into left center. Jesus Madej all over the first pitch. The spring breakout run continues. It's a leadoff double on the first pitch of the day.
That's why he's the #3 prospect in baseball. He didn't waste any time there, facing one of the best lefties in the minors. Jumped on a fastball. Hit that 113 miles an hour in the gap.
There's a base hit the other way. Pena slices one through, scores Madej, and the Brewers waste no time, jumping out to a 1-0 lead.
Well, that's two of the best prospects in baseball against one of the best pitching prospects in baseball and advantage hitters right now.
Just another great piece. Both of Pena's hits during this breakout have gone to right center. So a double and an RBI single. 1-0 Brew Crew right out of the gate. And it's a stolen base for Luis Pena. So the Brewers hitting and running. Blake Burke, who did not play on Friday against the Mariners. That time a little finesse. Burke past the drawn in infield. Third hit, first 4 hitters for the Brewers, and Pena scores to make it 2-zip. They're just so fun to watch. They do all the little things well. Here's a smack out to left center field. This ball carrying back. Bolte reaches up and makes a wonderful catch. He takes extra bases and an RBI away from Dickinson. What could have been a 3-run top of the first holds right there. One away for Leo DeVries, the centerpiece of last year's Mason Miller trade from the Padres, and MLB's #4 prospect. And the payoff rolled to second. Easier play this time for Dickinson. 2 down. Runners at the corners, and already in the second, Madej up a second time. Drop by the catcher Kahn, and here comes Wood with the 3rd Brewers run. And Arnold's tough start continues. It's now 3-0, still only 1 man out.
Because they have exhibition games in front of opening day, so I'm not sure. Where Pat is.
Line. Nice play by Junior Perez to run it down. Now it's Pena, who had the RBI single the other way his first time up. Runner goes, throw down, not in time. Another stolen base. That's 4, and they actually called out Pena at the plate. So you get the walk and then a throwing error from the catcher Wood. And now the A's have life with runners at the corners and nobody out.
Drive to right.
Kuroda, Brower deep to right. This one's tailing back, and this one's off the top of the wall. Ragsdale plays it in perfectly. The throw to second not in time, but it's a ribby double for Joshua Kuroda Grauer. And the A's #10 prospect makes it a 3-1 game.
And he's really a power over hit guy. We talked about how the ball's carrying, and he got that ball up and it just kept going and going. Hit that ball 99 miles an hour. He cannot have missed a home run by that much.
But now Shotaro Mori, who's listed as a 2-way guy on this spring breakout roster, can tie it with a base hit. Chopper off of Harden, caroms to the right side of the infield, and it's an RBI infield single for Mori, as Geddes comes across to make it 3-2. And had Tyson Harden gloved it, he had a really good shot to start an inning-ending double play. That's ball 4, and they're loaded up.
That brings up Henry Bolte, who's another one of these interesting guys. He needs to be a little more consistent at the plate, but if you make a mistake to Henry Bolte, he could make this a 6-3 game with 1 swing.
A tapper off the plate, rolling to the left side. Barehanded throw, not in time. That was a heck of an effort from Andrew Fisher. Burke stretching out behind the bag. And an infield single from Henry Bolte ties the score at 3.
Well, we were talking about how quick he is because he almost beat out an infield single in the first inning. And that's just a very tough play to make with his speed.
Ground ball into the shortstop hole. Sliding is the 3rd baseman Fisher, but Madej backing him up. Able to make a strong throw. That one gets by the catcher, and the wild pitch brings home Burke, and the Brewers retake the lead at 4-3.
They need to be ready to rock and roll when they get there because the expectation is winning.
There's your top prospect, Leo DeVries, showing off the rifle and getting them out of the jam. Could have been a whole lot worse, but an error on Madej puts the tying run aboard. Hammered into right center. This ball's carrying back. This one's gone. Grayson Geddes gives it a ride and gives the A's the lead.
We talked about how this guy was a gifted young player, hit a 450-foot shot off of Michael King in the big leagues. That wasn't 450 feet. That was only 425. 106 miles an hour. The guy's 18 years old.
He got a hanger and he punished it. And it's Shotaro Mori, who had the RBI infield single in the second to bring in the second A's run. That's ripped past Burke and down the line. Mori puts a charge into this one. He's eyeing it in the corner, picks up his third base coach, and he's got a triple no problem.
Both these teams coming to hit today.
Bullet down the line. Blake Burke trying to reach out and get it, but as good as he's been, he had no chance. And Morey following the play the whole way. He did exactly what you're supposed to. Fly ball to right. This one is back. This one is gone. Cole Kahn drives it out the other way. The bullpen loves it. And the A's have their second two-run homer of the inning as they go up 7-4.
I feel like we're playing at Coors Field today.
This is like being in Sacramento. So Geddes and Kahn both walked in the second, and now they both hit two-run homers to right in the third.
One opposite field there with a line drive, 93-mile-an-hour sinker, turned it around at 101 and snuck it just over the fence.
They go to their new pitcher. It's Cade Morris who gets a fresh inning and a lead on the top of the order in the fourth. Jesus Madej. Breaking ball got him. Slow curve. And he carves up Madej for the first out.
Got him with a very slow curveball.
Swing and a miss. Cade Morris with 2 strikeouts and a perfect fourth.
That slow curveball eating him up.
Here's the man of the hour, Brayson Geddes. Two-run homer to give the A's the lead in the third. Well, sky one to left.
Carrying.
Adam Shefsky is back. Track, leaps, he's got it. Josh Adamszewski with a beauty to pull it off the wall and take an extra base hit away from Brayson Geddes. Blake Burke has opened our eyes too. The big first baseman cleaning up for the Brewers. Goes after the first one. Diving stop. Morey gets up. Throws. Yes, sir. Shotaro Morey having a great day. And he extends out to deny Burke of his third base hit. Adamszewski has walked and struck out. Swing and a miss. Curveball gets him. And Cade Morris is dialed in. 5 up, 5 down. That's his third punch out. This one's popped up shallow left. DeVries is out, backpedaling and making the catch. The number 9 hitter, Josiah Ragsdale. Brewers raced out, but nothing since Cade Morris came into the game. And then he drops in the hammer. Beautiful curveball over the outside. And the 4th strikeout for Morris.
Every one of those has been on a curveball.
Cade Morris has stopped the Brewers lineup dead in their tracks. 3 innings, 1 hit. And he's faced one over the minimum as he embarks on his 4th inning of relief. Swing and a miss. Pena off balance. Strikeout number 5 for Morris. Swing and a miss. Back to that slow curve. And the Brewers just cannot figure out Cade Morris.
Yeah, the breaking balls worked really well. He got Pena on the slider, but as you said, back to the curveball. It's been so good for him all day.
3 2/3, 1 hit, 6 punch outs for Cade Morris. Oh boy, this one's cracked. Deep right center. Watch this one sail away to the top of the berm. A no-doubter for Eric Batanti. And he blasts off to make it a 2-run game.
115 miles an hour, which is insane. 420 feet.
Eric Batanti says hello. He's already got Darian Miller, the catcher, up for the first time. 1-2 is Sky, deep to right field. The way it's flying today, you already know. A deep drive, and it's gone for Darian Miller.
Get the ball up in the air. It's going to go out here today.
Darian Miller lifts off. And it's slashed fair inside the third base bag and down the line by Ebel. Let's see if Ragsdale's going to get the green light. They stop him, but he runs through it anyway. And that's the right decision because he scores the tying run. Brady Ebel ties it with a double down the line. And it's ripped into right field. Andrew Fisher delivers the lead for the Brewers. His strong spring continues with a 2-out go-ahead double.
Turned on it, 111 miles an hour. Ropes that down the right field line. We're tied.
Dylan Feen loads the bases with a base hit, and it brings up the cleanup man, Nate Nankill. And Manfredi in trouble looking for a ground ball. Instead, a shallow fly into center ties the game. Station to station. And it's a tie ball game on the jam shot from Nate Nankill.
That was a good pitch. He did what it was intended to do, but he got enough of it just to kind of loop it into center field there.
Bobby Bozer with a chance to make his mark. And instead, it's a wild pitch. It gets away, and the A's take the lead back.
Leo DeVries in there with the go-ahead run.
Now 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs. He gets him. Snuck up on him. Might have been the slider. Back-to-back strikeouts close it out for Manfredi, but he gives up the lead. 2 quick outs for Steven Echeverria. It's Darian Miller, the last chance, who took him deep his last time. And now Miller flies it high in the air to right center. This should do it. Lasco's there. Ball game. A's take it down to close out the spring breakout.